Basket Pinas Predicts powered by 1xBet, your go-to basketball show, at ihahandog namin sa inyo ang mga latest news, trending updates, insights, game recaps. Meron din kami mga vouchers and games para ibigay sa ating mga manonood. And of course, we will give you the predictions for the game of the future para naman matulungan kayo to make the smartest picks. Ako po si Mara Aquino, ang inyong host. At syempre, I can't do this without our two experts. My go-to for analysis and information, nandito ang ating Nico and Naveen. Nice to have you guys back here again.
Buti may tiwala kayo sa mga namin, sa mga analysis namin. But yeah, kidding aside, nice to be here as always.
Absolutely. It's nice to be here with the both of you, and it's nice to get into all the NBA action that has taken place recently.
Yes, we're going to be talking about the NBA regular season. And also, we want to update you with the latest happening. So, nandito ang ating top 5 trending news. First, pag-uusapan natin kasi napaka-importante nito. Chet Holmgren, he's gonna be out for a hip injury. It's a ruptured through pelvic bone. He's gonna be out for about 8 to 10 weeks. Ibig sabihin nito, mga January pa siya babalik. So, how big of a deal is his absence?
Ito maganda yung pwede mo na balikan yung signing nila kay Isaiah Hartenstein, na a great big man na galing sa New York Knicks. Sobrang timely, no, na at first you think na okay, he's gonna be a backup to Chet Holmgren, but now he's entrusted to becoming the starter. Dahil yun nga, no, Chet Holmgren is yung body type niya, yung madali ma-injure, no? Kasi especially pag mga hard falls na ganyan, it's something that he still needs to work on. I'm sure na he's gonna add more weight as the years go on. Pero with Isaiah Hartenstein, for some reason, hindi ako kinakabahan with how the OKC Thunder are going to perform the next 2 months.
Well, Hartenstein has also injured himself. He's recovering from a fractured hand he suffered in the preseason. And I believe he's not meant to be back hanggang siguro mga December, somewhere there.
Nakakagi 10 to 14 days na lang eh.
Or, well, somewhere there, I guess. So maybe end
Malapit
of November,
na.
exactly. Now, with Chet Holmgren, you know, it was interesting because he missed his whole first season after fracturing his foot.
Naapakan ba ni Lebron? Naalala ko yun.
Something like that, diba? Something like that. And then he played all 82 regular season games last season and all of the playoff games. So he was an Iron Man last season. And you know what's painful about this injury is he's meant to be re-evaluated after 8 to 10 weeks. So, there's a chance na even after the 10-week period, if they evaluate him and find that it's not 100% healed, he could miss some more time, diba? What does this do for the Thunder? I mean, wala silang Hartenstein. They don't have Chet Holmgren now. They don't even have one of their other backup big men, si Jalen Williams.
Si Jalen
off the bench, no? So, in fact, in their game today, yung OKC against the Clippers, the tallest guy they had in their starting five was 6'6", Nico.
As in, parang mas malaking ang Gilas team natin.
Mas malaki ba yung Gilas?
Mas malaki ang Gilas team natin.
But yeah, and they still won the game against Los Angeles. The Clippers, 45 points for SGA. So, it's gonna be troublesome for OKC. And it's gonna be troublesome for me, Mara. Chet's on one of my fantasy teams. Ang sakit.
That's
I mean, like,
second round production. No?
Second round pick. Second
yun.
round pick. It hurts, man. It hurts.
Pagbalik niya, he's gonna be doing rehab, and actually, syempre, bibigyan siya less minutes, and that means also he won't have back-to-back games. So it's really gonna hurt OKC. Actually, right now, OKC is 18th in rebounding rate. They have 5 guys in top 30 in steals, and they're forcing the most turnovers in 2 years. 25 years since 1998, 1999.
I know.
Yes.
Their defense has been absolutely amazing.
So, let's see what's gonna happen with them. But thankfully, they won their last game. Now, up next, ang ating second update, Anthony Davis out with left eye injury. Ang nangyari dito, third quarter, he got hit in the eye. He was down for a little bit until he went back to the locker room. And it's the same eye that he also suffered a corneal abrasion last season. Anthony Davis, big deal, not so much a big deal that he's out?
Well, for me, it's a big deal. It's Anthony Davis. Pero ito yung mga injury nerves, Mara, na parang 1 to 2 weeks lang naman.
Babalik ka agad.
It's not something na, for me, it's something that, it's not something that's gonna extend for a month. Yung corneal abrasion kasi yun yung medyo malala, considering na iba yun. That's a different kind of eye injury. But this one, more of, it's another back to the drawing board para kina JJ Redick. Okay, para natin, in a way, iibahin yung offense without changing it a lot. Diba? Kasi Anthony Davis yung focal point mo eh. Magre-rely ba tayo kay LeBron? Austin Reeves? Are you gonna have more touches? So, maganda tingnan paano yung adjustment na gagawin ng LA Lakers. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's an injury that's going to keep him out for long. Normally, when you hear the word injury associated with Anthony Davis, immediately parang you get worried, diba? Because of the injury history and how it's become common for him to miss extended time. But it's not really a body-related injury in terms of a bone or a muscle or something like that. It's an eye injury. We might see him wear goggles when he returns, probably for protective measures, but it shouldn't keep him out for long. And that's a good sign for the Lakers because AD has been their best player this season.
In other news, Bronny James makes G League debut with the South Bay Lakers. At sabi nga niya, excited siya for the opportunity. He's also excited to gain more experience and minutes. And it's really interesting how he pays so much respect. Even though napunta na siya sa NBA, play with his dad, going down to G League, he never in any of his interviews said he was going down. So it looks like it's very evident that this guy is media trained. If anything, he said he's looking forward to gaining more minutes.
I'm definitely aware. He's definitely aware na yung ina-average niya this season is 0.7 points a game, 0.4 rebounds, 16% from the field. Wala talaga siyang karapatan ng magsabi na magrereklamo siya, na bababa siya sa G League. Tama yung sagot niya na he accepts it because deep down, he knows na kailangan niya tong development na to. And even in his first game, diba, now, it wasn't really good. It was like 6.5 rebounds. I'm not sure if he had like 1 to 2 blocks. But it's what you predicted from the very start na diba sabi niya na G League ano siya.
Yes.
Na-predict niya rin na they're gonna get him to play with his dad early on pa lang. And then once that thing's done for the PR marketing, okay, baba ka na G League, pagaling ka na.
No, exactly. And this is where Bronny James belongs, in the G League. This is where he needs the time to grow as a potential basketball player. And if the goal is to develop him to eventually play in the NBA, then the reps and the minutes in the G League will be essential to making that happen. You know what's crazy though? I read somewhere the ticket prices for Bronny's first G League game was somewhere in the range of $700 to $800.
No way.
Oh, wow.
Which is more expensive than some of the average ticket prices for I think any NBA game so far this
700,
season.
800.
So the hype with Bronny is real.
Yes.
People want to watch him. Now, not everyone's there to watch him succeed. Some want to watch him fail so they can make jokes and laugh about it. But at the end of the day, you can't deny it. He's been a draw. You know, he is a draw right now. Now, for a good reason or for a bad reason, it's subjective, but he's a draw.
He's great for business. I mean, him going to the NBA is really all about making history with his dad.
Yeah.
Great for business because you made a comment before na even you want to get his jersey. Right?
I do.
So,
Kanina ko lang sinabi na gusto ko bumili ng Bronny James na South Bay Lakers
I can find
jersey.
better ways to spend my money, bro.
Hindi, yung mga gusto mag-Christmas gift sa akin, Bronny James, South Bay Lakers. Yung original wag yung dyan lang.
Just want to let you all know, if any of you want to get me a Bronny James jersey for Christmas, please give me the cash instead.
Oh my
I would
God.
like to use that money on better things.
now up next, Kevin Durant to miss at least 2 weeks
that sucks.
with calf strain. Actually, this is a left calf strain. Good thing it was the opposite from yung Achilles injury niya from last season. So, who will step up for the Phoenix Suns while he's out?
Actually, na unang pumasok dito sa isip ko when I saw this news report, si Bradley Beal. Kasi Bradley Beal is only averaging 17 points a game, far from his averages from the past few years, especially with kung ano yung nakita natin sa kanya with the Washington Wizards as a first option. Pero ngayon kung, di ba, naghahanap ng confidence si Bradley Beal, maybe this could be the time na he gets it going, finds his place in the offense, how do I fit here? Pero this time as a second option, baka mas magiging maganda na yung chemistry niya with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker when Durant comes back. But yeah, he's the most obvious option, I'm sure.
Yeah, I like their rookie, si Ryan Dunn.
Oh yeah, Ryan Dunn.
Who's provided solid
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Pretty solid defensive player. Still needs to work on the shooting, so he's not quite there yet.
Siya ba yung may janky jump shot na pinapakita?
Kind of. Oh yeah,
Yung
like
parang,
a weird.
parang pinupush shot niya na naging viral for a wrong reason.
Yeah, it's a weird jump shot. Now, in terms of who's gonna step up for KD, it has to be a collective effort. Bradley Beal needs to play better, yes. Even Devin Booker needs to play better. He hasn't been that great recently, but for his standards at least. But even the other guys like, Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, like I mentioned, Ryan Dunn, Yusuf Nurkic, they all have to step up on both sides of the floor because we all think KD is just this incredible scorer, which he is, but he's also one of their more important defenders.
Yeah.
When you play KD at the center position, you can play small ball on both sides of the floor, and that for a lot of stretches have been where the Suns have been their most lethal. So I think it's going to be an adjustment. We already saw Phoenix lose their last game against Sacramento without KD. And something to note here, Mara, the last time Kevin Durant tore his Achilles, which was in 2019, it started with a calf injury also. Before he tore his Achilles, he also had the calf strain. And then when he came back for the finals, that's where he tore his Achilles. So, because it is early in the regular season, ideally you want KD to spend as much time recovering to prevent something drastic like that from happening again.
Hopefully they can afford that. But you know what? Enough with the injury. Let's go to a little bit of drama. Jaylen Brown calls out Giannis over fake handshake. So during the game, si Giannis extended out his hand, pulled it back, tumawa before extending it again, and Jaylen Brown refused to
He's
take
good.
it,
I'm
yung
good.
second attempt, and he called him a child. So what do you think about that?
Di ba may pagkaganong nature talaga si Giannis na playful na hindi mo maintindihan. Na parang hindi pa tapos yung laro, gumagawa siya ng ganun. And then they lost. So di ba all the more na ang pangit tignan. They're now currently 2-8. It's a bit childish considering na yun nga, sa Jaylen Brown, Tatum, and the Celtics are really focused to get that back-to-back while the Bucks should be looking at themselves internally and looking at their coaching staff. Right? Diba they should look at their coaching staff kung ito ba yung tamang guys to lead us to victory. But yeah, this is so it was a weird headline when I saw it. So, anong nangyari naman to kay Giannis? So, ina-expect ko panalo sila. Hindi pala. Talo pala sila.
Yeah, I suddenly wanted a ham sandwich after hearing that. No, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. Now, it's so funny because before this whole fake handshake thing, Giannis elbowed Jaylen Brown, not purposely, incidentally, as part of the game. And then after the game, Giannis said something like, "Oh yeah, it's what I do with my kids. Like I do the fake handshake." So let me get this right. After Giannis elbows his kids, he pretends to shake their hand and then takes it away. It doesn't make sense, but I guess it is what it is. Bottom line is the Bucks and Giannis have bigger problems than fake handshakes. They currently suck. They're 2-8. They're the second worst team in the Eastern Conference. And I know Chris Middleton isn't back. I used that as an excuse for them when we had one of our first few episodes. But at this point, 10 games, they've only won 2. And the 2 games they won were against Philadelphia without Embiid and Paul George. And against Utah, who is currently the worst team in the NBA. They have big problems.
So I guess the moral of this is, kung mamimikon ka, if you're gonna play mind games, dapat you can back it up.
Exactly.
Or make sure
Otherwise,
mananalo na kayo.
Nakakahiya.
To be fair, Giannis showed up in this game against Boston. He had like 43 points, I think 18 rebounds, somewhere there. But his team's not winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, parang
Cannot have
baliwala.
the bragging
Empty stats
rights.
masyado.
Yeah, and they're the Celtics are the defending champions,
Yeah.
right?
But you know what? We want our audience to have bragging rights by winning in our fast break question. Katulad na sabi ko kanina, we're gonna be giving out games para naman magkaroon kayo ng chance sa manalo ng ating 1,000 peso voucher. And you have to make sure that you have the mechanics correctly. And Nico will tell you all about it.
Ito lang guys, no? Like and follow Basket Pinas on our Facebook page at Basket Pinas PH. Number 2, share the live stream on your Facebook page and make sure your profile is set to public so our team could see it. Next up, comment your answer for our fast break question of the day during the live stream. Interesting set of questions. Watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of winners with the correct answers. Don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas. And lastly, participants must be registered on 1xBet using our promo code BPinas. One more time, BPinas to join the giveaway.
Pinas! At eto na ang inyong chance for the first fast break question. Here we go.
The first NBA game was played between the New York Knicks and the Toronto Huskies in what year?
Parang
God.
ang hard na to ah. Okay. The first NBA game was played between the New York Knicks and the Toronto Huskies. In what year? From Huskies to the Raptors. Ooh. Okay. Kung alam niyo ang tamang sagot, write it down below. Make sure that you use the hashtag BasketPinas. Now, for our next segment, we are going to do another recap. Okay. game. So this is a thrilling matchup between the Phoenix Suns over the Dallas Mavericks, 114-113. So the Mavericks lost by 1 point despite leading in the last 2 minutes of the game. And that also involved yung closing seconds. There was a controversial call involving a loose ball foul and a game-winning free throw.
Yeah, for me, that was a foul on Gafford on diba, Yusuf Nurkic. For me, it looked like the foul based on from at least yung angle natin as fans watching from the TV. And it's a thriller of a game. We always know that it's gonna be it's always gonna be a great game. There's gonna be great games whenever it's Phoenix and Dallas involved. I was surprised Luka didn't make that game winner considering that siya yung daddy ng Phoenix Suns. But this time, the Phoenix Suns get their revenge. And I was really enjoying this game. I was working at the same time. Yung may maliit akong monitor sa left side ko, pinapanood ko. So, enjoy ako. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, that foul call was the right call. As
Yeah.
much as we hate to see games end that way on a foul call and free throw to win, it was the right call. It was an actual foul. I would be pissed if I was the team whose player got fouled and they didn't call that, right?
Actually,
At the end of the day, I think Phoenix has been off to a great start. I think under Coach Mike Budenholzer, they've been playing better. Now, let's see how they adjust without KD because look, 26-5-4 in this game. And Dallas has been a little inconsistent, no, Nico? I mean, so far, I think they're 5-4
they're 5 and
only.
5. 5 and 5 now.
5
actually.
and 5.
Wow,
Oh, yeah.
500
so
record lang.
these are the defending Western Conference champions. So, I mean, Klay Thompson was supposed to make the team better because a lot of the main guys from last season are back. But so far, Dallas has been quite inconsistent.
You're talking about Dallas being inconsistent. So ano ba dapat yung i-focus nila for the late game execution to secure victories?
I think it's got more to do with the overall team defense. I feel like right now when teams face Dallas, they feel like they can attack Dallas and score on them. And as good as Dallas is with all the scorers, with Kyrie, with Luka, with Klay, PJ Washington, all these guys, the reason why Dallas became an elite team last season and made the finals was because of their quality defense towards the end of the season. So I feel like Dallas needs to lean more again towards that rather than trying to outscore opponents.
In fact, Dallas, they're not good enough in three-point shooting. Only 6 attempted a three-pointer. So if may available for a trade, sino ba dapat ang kunin nila?
Ooh.
Ako I want to see actually si not trade to Quentin Grimes is already part of the roster. I want Jason Kidd to play him more. Like the feel ko na before we even get to a trade, why not try utilizing the pieces that you have right now? Like feel ko talaga si Quentin Grimes. I don't know why I like Quentin Grimes so much. I feel like kaya niya maglaro ng 20-25 minutes, give you consistent offense and defense over Jaden Hardy. Na okay, he's a better offensive player but he gets exposed on defense. So I want to give the other players a chance, more specifically si Quentin Grimes, before I even consider a trade. Ikaw, what do you think? Would you consider a trade for the Mavs this early?
No, I think they have a pretty decent team naman. I think they're deep, they're loaded. I feel like Lively's a better center than Gaffer though.
Yeah, pero injuries din nila no?
Injuries are a factor. PJ Washington's missed the last few games for Dallas as well. It's just really a matter of getting back to the defensive principles that made them good last season.
What about their offensive rebounding? Don't you see an issue with that?
To some degree, yes, I do. But offensive rebounding is something that they can fix throughout the season. Yeah. And ultimately, I think they're going to be fine. They've also had a tough schedule so far to start the season.
All right. Now up next, Cleveland Cavaliers won against Brooklyn Nets 105-100. And this is actually really interesting. Cleveland Cavaliers extended their win streak to 11. Pero they were trailing by 12 points heading to the fourth quarter. But they had a remarkable comeback.
Actually, di ba pag-usapan natin ito nung previous show na mukhang game na, ito yung game na magdidikit yung Cleveland and Brooklyn with the chance that Brooklyn could have won. And I thought that was gonna happen. So tutok ako sa game na to. But then, of course, the Cavaliers just turned up the intensity in the last 2-3 minutes. Darius Garland, 8 points in the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken. And sayang, I thought Brooklyn was gonna be that team. Of all teams, no? We were almost correct there. Did somebody predict sa atin na Brooklyn last
I did.
Yeah, see, Navs.
Mm.
I think I also chatted with him na shit, para that Brooklyn could get the win. So, pero hindi. They just lacked. And then one of the player of the game is Evan Mobley, who
That's on my
playing like an
fantasy
all-star.
team.
He's on
Yes.
your fantasy team. I was 2 picks away from getting
he's
Evan
been
Mobley.
solid. Yeah, Go for it, Mara.
So I think question ko. Cleveland Cavaliers, this is the best start in franchise history, 11-0. In fact, 4 of 11 games, 20-point victory. They're moving the ball fast. Is it too early to say that they're a dominant force throughout the season, that they can sustain this all throughout?
They're dominant for sure, because if you look at their winning average margin, they're beating teams by I think about 11, 12 points a game. That's the average margin of victory they have. And the only other team in their conference who can boast of a similar statistic is the defending champion Boston Celtics.
There you
Exactly.
go. So, do you think that Boston Celtics or Cleveland Cavaliers is better than Boston Celtics?
Oh, no,
I mean,
no,
in
no,
terms
no,
of,
no,
because if you
not
look
yet.
at the numbers, so you're saying no.
No, not yet. Not yet. I think we have to give Boston that respect. Also, Boston only has 2 losses, I think, so far, Nico, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 9-2.
Yeah, and they've done that despite not having Kristaps Porzingis, and also Jaylen Brown has missed some games, right? But I will say this, Cleveland is now 12-0 after they won today's game against Chicago. They are facing Boston soon, I think 4 games from now. Imagine if Cleveland wins all their 3 games before facing Boston. By the time they face the Celtics, they'll be 15-0.
Oh.
That would make for some really good theatrics when that game takes place.
So you're saying they're not better. Do you think Cleveland is better than Boston?
Hirap na put on the spot.
Actually, habang iniisip mo yan, gusto ko malaman ko ano yung input ng ating mga manonood,
Oo,
because
mag-comment ka,
we
hashtag
have
Basket
Cleveland
Pinas.
undefeated on Cleveland Cavaliers, but Boston is a defending champs. They're really good. Who do you think is better? I gave you a few seconds. What's your final answer?
Sige. De Boston pa rin ako dito. It's too early. But so far, ang maganda sa Cavaliers, we are seeing 4 players that could be potential all-stars, 'di ba? Yun yung mga 4 players to put on in the Hall of Fame ballot, in the All-Star ballot, in Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley, Garland, and Donovan Mitchell. So it remains to be seen how close they are to Boston. But beating Boston in a regular season game could, like, give people them their flowers or respect na kaya nila mag-finals. May potential mga to. Kasi ngayon parang, regular season pa lang naman, wala tong meaning. Ganun yung conversation ngayon eh. But beating Boston could change things.
So who do you think would be the first team to beat the Cavaliers?
I would say Boston.
You would say Boston.
I feel like it's gonna be a lowly team na hindi natin ma-expect. They might lose to like pwede mo
Chicago?
Chicago. They
They have another game against Chicago.
I feel like sa Chicago
days.
sila
Feeling mo
matatalo.
Chicago?
Alam mo yung mga weird feeling na ito na yun. Like, lahat ng tao nakatingin sa Boston. But then, next thing you know, they lose that streak to a team na hindi mo talaga na-expect. This is just how basketball works.
But what I liked about what they showed in the last game is that they were showing resilience and their ability to perform under pressure, even though they're down by 12 points coming into the fourth quarter. So that's what I like about that game. Now we're going to be moving on. Denver Nuggets defeating the Dallas Mavericks 122-120. And this was such a fun game because on one side, you have Nikola Jokic. On the other side, you have Kyrie Irving. So they're both amazing in this game. In fact, Nikola had triple-double, 37 points, 18 rebounds, 15 assists. And Kyrie Irving naman scored 43, his season high. Unfortunately, they lost.
I think may nakita akong stat dito kay Nikola Jokic, the player of the game, 37, 18, 15. First in history. May mga put up ng ganyang stats.
Historical.
Pero, di ba Mara, napag-usapan natin to kanina as you were talking about the NBA games na sustainable kaya yung mga minutes na binibigay kay Nikola Jokic. Iba yung iba talaga yung load na it's on him right now. Not sure if this will affect him later on. Do they need more from Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook? So, medyo concerned lang ako sa minutes na binibigay kay Jokic. But I don't know, maybe he sustains it. But yun yung concerns ko lang with the Nuggets kasi hindi ako convinced in some of their victories. Parang they won by 2 against Toronto. They're winning by 3 against these teams na dapat binublow out niya to But I don't know, maybe that's just me being pessimistic.
They need him to play though. But that's true. Naveen, what do you think? Because he's averaging right now, like last game it was 38 minutes. 38 minutes per game, which is the most actually minutes that he's played per game in his career. So how sustainable is the reliance on him?
Well, he'll need other teammates to step up for sure. He can't do this. I think he actually can do this every game. But in an ideal world for the Nuggets, you don't ask him to do this every game because you want him to have a lot of gas left in the tank when you get to the playoffs. The good news for Denver is they've started winning again. Now, they started the season slow, but I think they've won their last 6 games. Somewhere there are last 4-6 games. They don't have Aaron Gordon for a few more weeks. I think that's going to be something that hits their depth. But Jamal Murray's back. He's playing better. Russell Westbrook is starting to have moments. But at the end of the day, Jokic is, he's mesmerizing. Some of the numbers he's putting up, once upon a time, I thought the only time an NBA player could put up numbers like that is in a video game. NBA 2K. But he's doing it in real life, and he's doing it every game. And I'm not sure if he's going to win the MVP award again this season, but he is still clearly the best player in the NBA.
What about you, Nico? In terms of he's the focal point, but they're risking burnout. So how can the team diversify?
Yeah, maybe hirap sabihin ito, pero they have to involve Russell Westbrook at some point, no? Like they have to go through him just so that they could get some load off Nikola Jokic. Medyo double-edged sword yun, di ba, Nals? Alam mo na the fact na we're going to Russell Westbrook in the year of 2024. Russell Westbrook has his limitations already, but I'm thinking of ways how to preserve my star, not to run into the ground before the playoffs start. So I'm gonna put all the stops and maybe find this could be a blessing in disguise when they get to the playoffs. Maybe find something new with Westbrook running the show, Jokic off the ball. I don't know. Maybe that could benefit them in some way.
Fun fact though, also the Denver Nuggets 5th in offense, even though they don't shoot threes. Now, let's talk about Kyrie Irving. In an interview, sabi niya, yung 43-point performance niya, it's empty because they did not win the game. Now, do you think the Mavericks need to make systematic changes to turn these performances into a win? Or was it a matter more of yung depth ng Denver and yung performance ni Jokic?
Well, for me, the Mavericks, just like we mentioned earlier, sa ating mga viewers, no, na maraming silang injuries right now. Also, they're still trying to find the ideal rotation. Kasi parang hindi mo pa nalalaman ano yung identity ng Mavericks after ng 10 games eh. Who knows that maybe Quentin Grimes movement, ko going starter si Quentin Grimes, do you limit the minutes of Jaden Hardy? How many minutes do you give to Klay? Sino yung mga perfect around Klay, Luka, and Kyrie? So may mga questions na ganoon eh. But maganda na experience na nila to this early para pagdating ng All-Star break, pagdating ng mga latter half ng NBA season, hopefully maayos sila. Because they're putting all the stops right now to give Luka the championship, also to Kyrie Irving is second.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving is a phenomenal player. One of the best scorers we've ever seen in NBA history. Great standout. Plays both ends of the floor even if he's not always great on defense. And ultimately, Dallas will need him to succeed. I think, like I said earlier, I think Dallas is going to be fine. They just need more consistency as a team on the defensive end. And, sometimes this happens. You make the NBA Finals. You start the next season off a little slow. And Dallas, for the last few years, they've started season slow. This isn't new under the stewardship of head coach Jason Kidd. Where Dallas gets really good under Jason Kidd is after the All-Star break. That's when they tend to right the ship a little bit. So, I'm not quite there yet in terms of worrying about Dallas.
Slow and steady wins the race. That's what they say in the Aesop fables. Now, we want to give you guys more chances to win a 1,000 peso voucher. Make sure, again, kailangan tama ang inyong mechanics. We're gonna do a recap of that para naman masigurado ang inyong panalo.
Yeah, and again, we're looking for 10 winners to win at least 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers. So all you guys have to do is like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH. Number 2, you gotta share the live stream on your Facebook page at make sure yung profile nyo naka-public para makita ng ating team. Next up, comment your answer for our fast break question of the day. Medyo mahirap pero kaya nyo yan during the live stream. Number 4, watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers. Huwag nyo kalimutan yung hashtag BasketPinas for your answers. And participants must be registered on 1xBet using our code BPINAS to join the giveaway.
Heto na! Ang inyong pangalawang chance para manalo ng 1,000 peso voucher. Ito ang ating fast break question number 2. Here we go.
Which NBA team has made the most appearances in the finals?
Which NBA team has made the most appearances in the finals? Alam niyo ba to?
I think I do.
Okay, testing natin
Medyo
yan mamaya.
tricky yan Medyo tricky yan.
Tricky?
Actually.
Okay.
Pero 2 teams lang nasa utak ko eh.
Now, you guys write it down below kung alam niyo ang tamang sagot using the hashtag #BasketPinas. At hindi lang kayo ang dapat manalo dito. Meron din tayong syempre kay Naveen kasi Naveen is our expert. He's
Makukuha
just
niya to.
so knowledgeable. So we have a next game called Shoot the Facts. At kapag nakuha niya ito ng tama, then about the consequences are lemon juice. Actually,
So
it's
yun
really
Mara.
healthy.
You
Sige, okay, fine.
Ako yung nag-20 push-ups last time. So any physical, I got you.
Okay, ikaw yun.
Oo.
I like
Okay.
how you two have decided that one of you is going to do this.
Kasi alam ko, para promise makukuha niya to. I-prepare mo na sarili mo, makukuha niya to.
Eto, dito yung dapat isalin natin sa Naveen kung meron tayong dapat may version tayo of Who Wants to be a Millionaire.
Yeah, pwede.
Or something like that.
Different segment yun.
Oo, tatalunin niya yung guest natin.
Ang 1x bet, baka naman.
You guys can play along. Play along. Let's see if you guys get this right. Shoot the facts. Ito ang tanong.
Alam to ni Naveen.
Alright. Here we go. Again, kapag nakuha niya ng tama, one of us will drink the lemon or him. How many championships did the Boston Celtics win? From 1957 to 1969. A trick question siya kasi it didn't include up to now. I mean, up to
So,
last
tama lang.
year.
Kasi kung now, madali eh. Alam niyo
Yes.
ilan number.
So, naputol sa 1969. Okay, how many championships did the Boston Celtics win
I'm
from
actually not sure about
1957?
this.
Ooh, hindi niya alam. Okay. I thought you would know.
Okay. Natutuwa ako kapag hindi niya alam.
Ako rin, nagugulat. Actually, dito ako
Okay.
nagulat na hindi siya sigurado.
Ikaw ba alam mo, Nico?
Hindi ko rin alam yan.
Okay, ako talaga hindi.
Kaya tumatawa ako kanina kasi feel ko makukuha niya eh.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds. In 5, 4, 3. Answer along, everybody. 2, 1.
8?
8? Is it 8? And the correct answer is
11.
11
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
The Bill Russell ones.
championships.
Yeah.
11
I overthought
Tricky siya.
championships.
Tricky siya.
Tricky.
Pero I thought makukuha mo.
Yes!
I
Okay.
thought it was 11.
Okay, wala ka karon juice.
Walang juice. Okay, this you have to take a shot. Okay.
I think he was okay.
Ay, hindi pa na siya shot. You have to eat the lemon.
You have to... Sanay na sanay yan eh.
All 3. Oh, did you know early in the morning dapat you have lemon water with
Yeah,
500
lemon
ml?
So I just squeeze it?
Yes.
Where's the tequila?
Ay, yun yung...
Ano nga ba yung kanta? Gusto mo ng
Sanay na
lemon?
sanay. Gusto niya...
Meron ka bang lemon? Gusto ko tequila.
Ano?
Oh my God, hindi mo
Sa TikTok
alam.
ba yan?
Oo.
Hindi ko alam.
Uy.
That's yummy.
Masarap.
Chaser
Okay.
na yan eh.
That's 1. Meron pa tayong dalawa.
All
Meron pa
three.
tayong dalawa. Kailangan makain niya yung dalawa.
Wow.
Lemon is healthy. Gusto mo ng lemon? Ay, meron ka bang lemon? Gusto ko tequila. I don't drink. but-
Binigyan natin siya ng healthy option na parang he's very
Ng healthy
healthy.
option.
Vitamin C.
So-
Vitamin C ba yan?
I would
Which
take
vitamin
this
C?
any day over chili ramen who's
Oh
also
my
like
God.
milk with chili.
And by the way, kapag lagi kang umiinom ng lemon water, you produce more hydrochloric acid and bile, so it it helps break down the undigested fat and protein. Just a fun fact.
O diba
that has
guys,
nothing to
may
do
iba pa kayo
with
natututunan sa Basket
basketball.
Pinas.
That's
Marami
what
kayo
Basket
nakukuha.
Pinas
Marami
is
kayo
fun eh. You
nakukuha.
get health facts.
This is good for your gut. Ang good din para sa inyo ay sumali sa ating Basket Pinas Timeout where you have a chance to win up to 15,000 pesos. So kung kayo ay winner sa mga ganitong mga challenges, you guys check out our show. And basically this is para dun sa ating mga manonood na nag-engage and you wanna come here. We wanna give you guys some gifts. At meron tayong loser na hindi nanalo, na nanalo pa rin ng 5,000 pesos. So the loser is still a winner. So again, keep engaging, keep making those guesses, keep using the hashtag BasketPinas kasi baka kayo ang isa sa mga viewers na ma-invite namin dito. At hindi lang yan, we want you guys to win 12,000 peso voucher. Ito ang mechanics para dyan.
Yun, so gusto nyo makakuha ng 12K welcome bonus para sa mga new account on 1xBet. Register na using our promo code BPINAS. All caps lang guys, message Basket Pinas page kung may question kayo at may sasagot agad dyan. And if you guys want to place your bets on the upcoming NBA games, so sobrang dami pa yun, just go to 1xBet. Use our promo code BPINAS. Link is in the pinned comment section below.
Alright, at ngayon naman, para sa ating next segment, we want to make sure that you guys have the smartest picks sa tulong ng ating dalawang experts. So we're gonna break down the upcoming game. That's gonna be the Atlanta Hawks versus the Boston Celtics, November 13. So Atlanta Hawks 4-7. Boston Celtics 9-2. Dalawang beses pa lang natalo. Opposite ends in the standings. Alright, let's talk about this one.
Kung ganyan yung money line ng, ng Atlanta, tatry ko. Alam mo yung mga mananalo dyan ng 1,000 peso voucher, no? Diyan nyo gamitin. Diba? Okay, kalahati nga lang nun, gamitin nyo dyan eh. Pero, parang Boston ako dito.
Yeah, Boston.
Parang pero,
Boston.
it will be close. Feel ko magiging close for whatever reason.
Trae Young's not healthy also.
Zachary Risashado had a career game a few games ago. Baka matest siya na, kalaban ko si Jaylen Brown na si Jason Tatum. Try ko nga pakitaan mga to.
Maybe. I think Boston's gonna whoop their butts though.
Feel mo tambakan Boston. Okay.
I feel like it. Especially if it's Boston's home court.
Yeah, pero ako feel ko, Boston mananalo pero it's gonna be close. So, yung mga gusto mag-plus dyan sa Atlanta, pwede nyo.
It's gonna be close with their wings.
Yeah.
Okay, so Boston. But with the odds, woo!
Medyo
Boston.
spicy yung 9 point.
With the odds, would you change? I mean, you think Boston is gonna win, pero with the odds, would you still pick Boston?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, enticing lang yung 9.9.
Okay.
Yung
Enticing.
1,000 yung mananalo lang 80 pesos.
All right.
Actually, ng 80 pa.
Up next, we're gonna predict the Dallas Mavericks
that's a
versus
good
the
one.
Golden State Warriors
That's a good
November 13. So this is gonna be a good game. Okay, this is gonna be Klay Thompson's first game against the former team. First, let me ask you, are the Warriors better off without Klay?
So far, yes. The Warriors are better off without Klay Thompson. As of 10 games into the season, I am a fan of the bench depth that they have accumulated. The Anthony Melton has been a starter, I think, for the past 2 games. Ganda rin ang fit niya with the Warriors. They won against the OKC Thunder. Unfortunately, na-injured lang si Chet Holmgren, but hey, still a win is a win. Nag-night-night pa si Curry. I was having the time of my life nung nangyari to. At kala ko kasi matatalo Warriors against OKC. Di ba we made that prediction? I think I was for OKC during this time, but
Better off?
pero better off na without Klay. Thank you for all the championships, diba? I mean, thank you, Splash Brother. Pero
Thank you, bye-bye. You're not a superstar.
some good things are meant to end at some points.
Oof.
Naveen.
Yeah, I think both Klay and the Warriors are better after moving on. Klay seems to be happy in Dallas. He's playing for a team that's also a contender. The Warriors seem like they've been able to repair some of the depth that they lost. Or rather, repair the depth that they didn't have the last few seasons. And the pieces are fitting well with each other. And, I feel like this is going to be one of those moments where when Klay returns, they're going to honor him. The crowd is going to cheer for him. The players are going to hug him. It's going to be a lot of nostalgic memories. And then both teams are going to go at it against each other. And you know what? I don't know. I just feel like Dallas might win this game. I think we're going to go Dallas. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wala Warriors ako dito. Tatambakan ng Warriors
Okay.
in Dallas Mavericks.
The fact that Klay Thompson is there, it's a good story. But you know who's really impressing me is Buddy Hield. Even though he's bounced around 5 teams in the previous 8 seasons, is averaging 21.1 points, shooting better on the field and hitting more threes, almost the same as Steph Curry. Now here's my question. Is he a good candidate for 6th Man of the Year?
Feel ko siya, ngayon, favorite, to be honest. Like, ako, no bias aside. Medyo mahirap pag galing sa akin. Pero no bias aside na the stats, he feels like a rejuvenated player. He's found his place with the Golden State Warriors. Ang galing ni Steve Kerr on how to implement a Buddy Hield while also making him, serviceable on defense considering na hindi naman defensive player si Buddy Hield. And he's gonna be crucial to how far the Warriors will go this season.
He's been super solid. I have been on my fantasy team also.
Lahat na pinidiscuss natin sa fan.
He's solid. You know what's interesting about him is he's averaging, I believe, close to 20 points a game despite playing just about 25 minutes a game. So, pag pumapasok siya, he's really making the most out of it. Alam mo yung parang pinipigan niyo yung towel minsan to make all the water come out. That's what he's doing with his playing time on the court. That's what the Warriors are getting out of him. He's shooting the ball very well. Now, knowing Buddy Hield, there's going to be a point where he's going to miss a bunch of shots and have a few games where he's going to struggle. But while the momentum is there, while the wave is there, ride it. And the Warriors are riding it. They have a great record. In part because of how he's playing.
And he does a lot of 3-point attempts, almost as much as Steph Curry. Now, meron akong trivia sa inyo kung
Ayan
if you
na.
guys can get this.
Okay.
So there are 13 guys who are averaging 9 or more 3-point attempts per game. That also includes Curry and Buddy Hield. Who are the others?
Salitan ba tayo?
Sige, go.
LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball is actually 12. Perfect.
Is he number 1? Like, is he
Yes,
the
other
most?
than yung kay Steph Curry. So LaMelo Ball, yes.
Ah.
Okay.
Cameron Johnson?
No, he's not there.
Sino pa kaya?
Sino pa?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards over 11.
Tatum.
Yep.
Yung mga mention natin.
Tatum over 11.
Luka Doncic.
Si Luka, yes! That's right,
Luka's there?
under 10.
Sino ba mga
Trae Young.
Trae Young, that's right. He's at the bottom right above Buddy Hield.
Sino pa ba? Hirap ng game na to ah.
Uh-huh.
Dennis Schroeder?
No, he's not. He's not.
Sino pa ba?
We
pwede?
mentioned Steph na, no?
Oh, na-mention
Yes.
na si Steph.
Steph.
Jalen Brown ba? Wala.
There is a Jalen Green.
Oh,
Jalen Green?
Yeah. He's
Yes.
shooting a lot of three-point shots.
Pero yung numbers niya this year in terms of efficiency isn't that good, right?
Classic.
Is Norman Powell there for some reason?
Si Norman Powell, hindi. Wala siya dito.
Kahit 25
Wala
points
siya
a game?
dito.
Okay. Sino pa kaya?
TM.
Harden.
You know what? Hindi rin.
Hindi rin?
Hindi rin. I played this game with my friends and they also said Harden. Pero
Wala
hindi.
din?
TM.
Treyman?
No.
And Bobo, imposible naman na mag si Treyman.
Trae Man- Wait, that's the initials of the player.
yes.
TM.
TM.
Tracy McGrady.
No. Okay, there's Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese.
Oh, of
Yes.
course.
Para sa
of
dami ng
course,
attempts
of
niya, no?
course.
Okay, there's Dame.
Of course, Dame.
Peyton Pritchard.
Richard.
Yes.
As a bench
Derek
Wow.
White.
Wow, 3 Celtics. It makes sense, no?
Yeah, they
And
They jack up threes like
Kobe
crazy.
White.
Of course.
Yeah, Kobe White has been. I
Yes.
was expecting Zach LaVine pa more than Kobe White considering Zach.
Interesting facts. All right. So now we gotta take a vote. So sino sa tingin natin na mananalo dito?
Dallas.
Warriors. Ganda rin ng .73
I think Warriors, they need to prove that they're
We're
better off without
you.
Klay Thompson. So Warriors, Dallas. Ako na ba Warriors? Sorry.
No,
Warriors
both
tayo.
of you are
Warriors,
Warriors.
Dallas.
Hindi
Okay.
ko yung gagawin sa Warriors ko.
There you go. All right. We've locked that in. Again, bibigyan namin kayo ng another chance to win 1,000 peso voucher we want to give to our audience. Again, make sure na tama ang inyong mechanics and here's how to do it.
Yeah, so you guys just have to like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH para may chance kayo makakuha ng 1,000 peso 1xBet vouchers. Second one, share the live stream sa Facebook page niyo. Make sure yung profile nakaset to public. Next one, comment your answer sa aming mga fast break questions of the day during the live stream. And don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas. Watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers. And lastly, dapat nakaregister kayo on 1xBet using our promo code BPinas to join the giveaway. One more time, BPinas to join the giveaway.
All right, here is our next fast break question. Here we go. Write it down below kung alam niyo ang tamang sagot. Who was the shortest player to ever win the slam dunk contest? So, sino ang shortest player to ever win the slam dunk contest? Ano ba ito, Naveen?
Maybe. I think so.
We're gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna get you to answer a little bit later. Again, write down the hashtag Basket Pinas. Now, up next, let's predict the Los Angeles Clippers versus Houston Rockets happening November 14.
Ito,
Ayan.
interesting to no? Si Kawhi Leonard yung, ano, yung picture dito. But so far, I want to get the Clippers here. For some reason, them choosing Norman Powell as somehow like the first option feels so weird. Pero parang, for some reason, bagay, no? Ganun yung, ang ganda ng production niya and everything. And so far, the Clippers are above water just because of Norman Powell and the way they fit around James Harden.
Okay, so you are a Norman Powell believer. What about you, Naveen? Because he's averaging 25 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 50 from the field, 49 from 3, 84 from the line. So sustainable ba yung ginagawa niya?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I think he'll probably end up averaging like maybe 22, 20,
Taas pa rin,
23, yeah, which
Taas pa rin.
is still pretty good for Norman Powell's
taas pa rin.
standards. I think the efficiency, particularly from 3-point range, will eventually go down. I mean, 49% is very high. And congratulations to him for that. But I think it might even out at 44, 45 by the end of the season. But you have to give the Clippers credit. I mean, they're 6-4 through 10 games despite no Kawhi Leonard, who remains one of the most annoying superstars to ever root for.
Sayang pera mo dyan kay Kawhi Leonard.
Exactly. But then James Harden, for all the criticism he gets, when he has the ball in his hands, he can still give a team a fighting chance to perform. And kudos to the Clippers. But I think I'm going to pick the Rockets in this game.
Some people say that si Harden, he's productive but not efficient.
It depends, actually, because the shots Harden get, I think back in the day you could say he was because he would get to the free throw line a lot.
13 attempts, no? Per 13 to 15. Dami
Incredible,
talaga.
yeah. Nowadays he doesn't get to the free throw line so much, but still, he's still really a good player.
All right, so now let's take a vote.
Clippers ako dito.
Rockets.
Ako din Clippers because their defense is good. 20th in offense. They protect the paint really well. And the fact that they held Sacramento to 98 points, that says a lot. Because if you could hold a team in 2024, sabi nga nila, to 100 or less, then that's really amazing.
Yeah, actually.
That was in one of the discussions. So, all right, locking it in. Okay, up next, we'll predict Memphis Grizzlies versus Los Angeles Lakers happening November 14. So, a battle of two teams without their two stars. So, Grizzlies, no Ja Morant because of his hip. And sa LA Lakers, no Anthony Davis.
Yeah, for this one, di ba, wala kang Ja Morant and Anthony Davis. More of sino team yung makakabawi considering na yung Lakers lost by 17, 131-114 in their last game against Memphis. So may revenge factor. But who's gonna step up? Who's gonna help LeBron with one? I mean, the option, yung number one option mo pa yung nawala. Well, I feel kasi the Grizzlies, Naveen, Mara, they just have more weapons that can contribute. Unlike the Lakers na very... the amount of players that they have isn't that deep. Also, shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr., who has found a place in the Memphis Grizzlies. He could be their starting point guard if Ja Morant does not play. And Scottie Pippen Jr. was a former Laker na may konting hinanakit kay Darvin Ham ata for not believing in him. And now, ayun, nagsayang. The Grizzlies got a gem in Scottie Pippen Jr.
How about you, Naveen? Can the Lakers get revenge from that 17-point blowout?
Yeah, they got blown out.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be the Lakers' home court. We don't know if AD is going to play, but we know Reeves and LeBron probably will play.
For sure.
And Austin Reeves has had a pretty impressive season also so far to start the season. The Grizzlies, the injury bad luck from last season is continuing. No Desmond Bane right now, no Marcus Smart. Ja Morant is week to week, not even day to day, week to week. So that, and each week you consider sometimes NBA teams play 3 games, 4 weeks per week. So if he misses like 3 weeks, that's like what, 11, 12 games maybe. That's
ang galing pa naman niya.
Exactly.
Highlight plays.
Exactly. So I feel like the Grizzlies will be short for this contest, and I think the Lakers should be able to win this game.
Lakers. Nico.
Bakang Memphis ako dito.
Memphis.
By the way, interesting note, Scottie Pippen Jr. and Scottie Pippen Sr. first father-son tandem to have triple-doubles in NBA history.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Take that,
Okay.
Bronny.
Take that.
Bronny.
I'm just joking.
Baka mag-triple-double si Bronny sa G-League.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna... darn.
Yeah.
Lakers! Sige, mag-Lakers ako dito. Locking it in! Okay, let us know kung ano yung mga boto nyo. Okay, up next, it's gonna be the Dallas Mavericks versus the Utah Jazz happening November 15th at 10 a.m. So, Mavericks versus Utah Jazz. So, Dallas, a team with one goal in mind, to go all in for the championship. Jazz, a team searching for its identity.
Yeah, for this one, Dallas Mavericks tayo dito. I mean, it's Luka and Kyrie. The Mavericks are a team that already know their true goal this season, which is to win the championship. Get their bearings on. Maybe see a Quentin Grimes game. Maybe kung mag-experiment na more minutes for him, this could be the game against the Utah Jazz wherein they have a lot of room for error. But yeah, I don't see the Jazz winning here.
Naveen, do you think that the Dallas Mavericks can replicate their finish from last season?
Yeah, I think they have the potential to do so. With regards to the Utah Jazz, the one player the Utah Jazz fans should be searching for and watching highlights of is Cooper Flag.
Ooh.
Cooper Flag is expected to be the number 1 overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft. That's what Utah is playing for, or rather losing for right now, the chance to draft high. And,
Capture the flag.
And look, if you watch Cooper Flag highlights, you will know why. He is a stud. But yeah, I think Dallas is gonna beat them in this game.
Dallas, ako din. Dallas din ako. Ikaw din, Dallas.
Overwhelming Dallas tayong tatlo.
All three of us! Dallas, we believe in you. Locking it in. May bumoto ba sa ating mga viewers ng Utah Jazz? Or curious?
Malay mo mga Utah Jazz fans dyan sa Pilipinas.
Ito naman ang ating other predictions. We won't go deep into them. We're just gonna tell you which one we think we're gonna win. So November 13, 8:30 a.m., it's gonna be the New York Knicks versus Philadelphia 76ers.
Ooh.
Knicks.
This is Embiid's return, by the way.
Babalik na siya sa
Yeah, this is Embiid's return.
Pero di ba wala pang suspension? Or ina-activate?
Tapos na.
Ina-activate na siya sa
Activated,
ano? Okay.
Kasi he was deemed to play, even though, can he really play?
Conspiracy. Okay. But yeah, ako, Knicks pa rin ako. Kasi Embiid has to find this footing.
Yeah, I think Philly.
Ooh.
Philly. Ako, Knicks. Okay. Dalawang Knicks, isang Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, up next, November 14, LA Clippers versus Houston Rockets.
Clippers.
Houston.
Oh, Houston. Okay, ako naman, I think Clippers din ako. Clippers. Locking it in! Alright. So with that, we didn't really have to explain much. Pero eto, babalikan
Medyo lone wolf
natin.
ako today,
Babalikan natin ang ating fast break question. At sana, isa kayo sa mga nanalo dito. We're gonna go back to fast break question number 1. Let's see if you got this right. We're gonna do a recap first.
1947?
Okay, wow. Where did you get 1947? The first NBA game was played between the New York Knicks and the Toronto Huskies in what year? Ang sabi ni Navi, 1947. The right answer is... Da-da-da-dan.
Oh,
my God,
wow, I
lapit!
missed it by 1 year.
Wait, why did you say 1947?
But technically, 1946-1947 season, if I'm not mistaken, right?
So tama-ish.
Pwede na.
Actually, you know what made me think of that?
Why?
Kasi I think it was 2022 when the NBA had their 75th year anniversary. So I just did some math.
How
and
did you what the...
technically, I'm right. 1946-1947 season.
So habang tinatanong natin kanina, nagmamath siya.
Pero mas maganda na ito na yung question niya sana eh. Baka na-guess niya pa.
Pero still impressive yun. Like the...
Hindi ko rin mag-guess yan. Ako,
Oh my
1950s?
gosh.
Hindi ko alam to.
Naveen, you're a genius. You're a
Thank you.
savant. Okay, we're gonna go to fast break question number 2. Here we go.
Which NBA team has made the most appearances in the finals? Lakers?
Is it the Lakers? The right answer is... Dun, 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 dun. Los Angeles Lakers with 32 appearances.
Initial guess ko, kala ko Boston eh.
Most
32.
championships sila.
Ayun.
Wow.
Kaya diba nga, nakaka yung question.
Okay. Now this is fast break question number 3. Your last chance.
This one's tough. Who was the shortest player to ever win the slam dunk contest?
Shortest player to ever win the slam dunk contest. Can you guess?
It's either Nate Robinson or Spud Webb. I think Nate Robinson.
Oh. Let's see the right answer. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Spud Webb. Pero tama. At 5'6". Oh my goodness. You got like all of them basically. All of them. All of them.
essentially.
Grabe si Naveen.
Pero
Crazy.
napa-punishment natin. So,
Oo
good
nga
day.
I was like, I should have gone 11. I was being too smart for my own good.
I wonder if any of the viewers got 3 out of 3 as well. Meron ba? Again, it doesn't stop there. Oh, meron tayong mga 10 winners. Hindi pa na nita-announce. Ito ang ating 10 winners who won the 1,000 peso voucher. We're gonna play it on the screen. Congratulations sa inyong lahat. Just send us a PM DM sa aming Facebook page to find out how to claim your prize. Dahil kayo, ang 10 nanalo para sa 1,000 peso 1xBet voucher. Sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, do support our social media. If you're watching on Facebook, well, we have Basket Pinas PH. On Instagram, Basket Pinas PH. On YouTube, it's Basket Pinas PH. At kung meron kayong gusto pang makita sa ating show, any news updates, or any games that you want us to play, just send us a message. We want to hear your thoughts. Hindi lang yan. Again, you can win up to 12,000 peso 1xBet voucher. Here's how.
Yeah, and para makasali kayo dito, just meron kaming 12K welcome bonus para sa mga new accounts on 1xBet. Register na using our promo code BPINAS. All caps lang guys. Message Basket Pinas page kung may question kayo and laging may sasagot dyan. And if you want to place your bets on the upcoming NBA games, just go to 1xBet and use our promo code BPINAS. One more time, BPINAS. Link is in the pinned comment section below.
Alright! Now this ends. Dito nagtatapos ang ating show. Meron ba kayong final words that you want to say to our viewers or anything that you're excited about to see from now until our next show on Friday?
Well, a lot of great basketball this week. In fact, the NBA Emirates in-season tournament cup is starting tomorrow. That's Wednesday, Manila time. So, a lot of exciting action, including Dallas versus Golden State.
Yung inabangan ko actually.
Exactly.
Ko talaga.
It sucks that there's so many injuries recently in the NBA, but the action
Dami.
is still good. And medyo profitable yung season so far in terms of betting in the NBA. I've made some bets with my 1xBet account.
Yum.
And let's just say I've used some of my winnings for some delicious dinners. Thank you to 1xBet. Thank you to the NBA teams. And thank you to some of them for sucking. And yes, if you guys want to follow my work, my social handles are on the screen. Lots of good stuff. In fact, I had a podcast with Nico come out last night. Medyo seryoso, medyo not so seryoso also some parts.
Give us a recap. Summary.
So Nico and I talked about college basketball. We did a recap of what happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm sure many of you know what I'm talking about. And then me and Nico have this kind of segment when we do podcasts together called Life Corner, where we actually just share items about our lives.
Oh, nice.
Exactly, yeah. And he shared something very wholesome, very exciting. And I shared something that is, let's just say it's parental guidance.
Parental guide.
PG-13. So, kung
18.
gusto nyo, if you guys are curious, go check out his podcast. Nico, anything exciting happening from now till Friday?
Nothing much. I'm just can't wait for the next episode of Basket Pinas and then just gonna follow the NBA games. Maganda yung Emirates Cup talaga kasi yun yung magaganda yung mga court, maganda they redesign it. So, for me, parang playoffs na hindi.
Yes, parang may playoff vibe
Parang may
siya.
playoff vibe siya.
Correct.
Something that I'm looking forward to bukas, East Asia Super League.
Oh yeah,
Yes, you're
EASL.
I'm hosting
Pupunta rin ako
it.
I'm gonna
bukas.
see you both
Makikita tayong tatlo
So,
ulit.
if you guys are watching right now and you still haven't gotten your tickets, EASL or East Asia Super League is going to be happening here in the Philippines once again at Ultra, also known as Phil Sports Arena. It's going to be San Miguel Beerman and also Meralco Bolts. We're going to be going up against Taiwan and Korea.
Exciting games na maganda nga.
Uy, prediction dun.
Oh,
Prediction.
I'm going with the Philippine team.
Of course.
Let's go!
Yeah, fine. Sige.
What-
And then,
ano yung
feel ko maging
bakit may
Meralco.
hesitation?
Hindi, kasi feel ko SMB might need to take it easy. They had a long, grueling playoff. And I don't know if they're gonna play their usual rotation minutes. Feel ko sana baka pahinga na sila si Abay more than his usual minutes. So, tingnan natin. Kaya medyo alanganin ako sa SMB. But if SMB wins, why not, right? I mean, let's go, Team Philippines.
Tignan natin. And hey, if you guys want to meet us, we'll be there. East
Yeah.
Asia Super League happening tomorrow once again at Ultra Phil Sports Arena. Come check us out. And also, kung magigising kayo ng maaga, 6 to 9 a.m. at Magic 89.9. Dito po nagtatapos ang ating Basket Pinas Predicts, powered by 1xBet. Keep it good vibes, everybody, and see you all next Friday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.